welcome to Retro Restorations. I hope everybody has had an awesome Christmas. We sort this camera out. And a great start to the new year. I haven't done any videos for a while, I've been that busy. I think before Christmas I did a quick update video on the Rover P4 that I've been working on. I've been absolutely flat out on that. I haven't had a chance to do any videos or anything, but there will be an update on that soon. There's some interesting things going on with that. I've got a full rewire to do. We've done the electric power steering conversion. The diesel conversion's in there. It runs, it drives, it moves under its own power now. But there's been a lot of work involved, and there's been a few people involved in it, so I haven't really been able to do much filming or any filming. The Land Rover project, the Series 2A, is still in the corner there. That's my door going nuts. It's windy as hell, freezing out there. Yeah, that's still going. I'm waiting on paint. All the bodywork, the tub, the bulkhead, the wings and everything, they're all at the paint shop. Let me just do this to put something in front of this door. Hopefully that'll sort it. Right, it's windy as hell. Where was I? Yeah, they're all off at paint. Hopefully they'll be done soon. I've been waiting for over a month, maybe a month and a half for them to be done. But the paint guys are extremely busy. So today I've got an MG Midget in. I brought 3 of them as a sort of job lot. That's a future project. I'll get into that later date. Now, I did a walk around video on this. I'm sure I did a walk around video on this. I should have checked before I started filming this. Mini Clubman Estate, 1275. It's a good, solid, quite original car. It's not the original paint or anything, but all the body panels are quite original. But let me take you off of here. This is the mission for today. The front wing, and it's a shame because it's the original front wing. It's rotting around the top. You can see, I don't know if you can see there on the video, there's quite a lot of pitting and it comes up and round there. I've took the paint back so far because there's these holes there that was just showing, but another one's come through, and the rust has travelled along it, so there's that there as well. If the rust was if it was isolated just to where them holes are there, I could repair the wing and you'd never be able to see. Now my phone's ringing. Right, where did I get to? Sorry, my phone's ringing. It was the wife. I can't think what I was saying. Yeah, the rust on there. It's got the rust patch there. I mean, it's easily repairable if it was localised like it is there, but it's not in my nature to leave. I can treat it, but it will come back. So take the wing off. It's a bit of a shame. It's the original front wing. So what needs to be done to do that is bumper off, grill off. I'll probably end up taking the headlight out. Little bits like this. I'm going to go down there with a wire wheel to clean all the paint off, to find the spot welds so the spot welds can be drilled out. This cap that comes on there has got to come off. The wheel arch trim's got to come off. The 8 panels seems pretty good up to now, but I'll wait while I get the paint cleaned off. And that, by taking the wing off, then I'll be able to treat all this panel, because this will rot out if you leave it. Even if you paint over it, you treat it, the rot will come back because you can't get down into there. So it's got to be done. The other thing that needs to be done as well is the passenger side sill is really crusty. It's not rotten, but it's crusty, so I'm going to take it off and put another one on. It's not a challenging task or anything. So I'm going to leave the bonnet on for now, because the bonnet's sat where it needs to be. So that's going to come in handy for lining the wing up. So you make sure everything's in line. Obviously the bonnet's right, so you can get this gap right down there. If I take the bonnet off, then I've got to try and line the bonnet up again. Hopefully I'll better get to the welds down there. If I can't, then I'll have to take the bonnet off, but if I can leave it on, I will. Yeah, it's not a massively challenging thing, but it's you just got to take your time and be really methodical with it. The other thing with this Mini is, although it's really solid, there are some rusty scabs that need sorting out. So I need to get down here with the wire wheel and clean as much of this off as I can. Get it back to good metal, get it treated. It might need a fine skimmer filler over the top of it, and I mean a really fine. We're talking fractions of millimetres by the time I've done. A couple of little treatment bits around the bottom corners. The doors are fine, the back doors are fine anyway. I think I can't remember if them doors need a little bit of work, but that'll all be for later videos. And then a good going over with the DA, get as much off as I can, get as much of the paint back as I can, because this paint is failing. As you can see, it's chipping off in places. It's an old paint job that wasn't done particularly well, so it's peeling off. So I want to get as much of this blue off as I can, and then decide what colour I'm going back. Whether I said blue, it's like a purpley blue, like I don't know, would it be midnight blue or something? It's a nice colour actually. It polishes up well. So I might see about going back to this colour, or I might go back to the original colour, which is this blue there. But we'll see how we go. See how my mood takes me when it comes to actually ordering the paint. So let me click you back on there like that. You can tell I haven't done any videos for a while. It takes a bit of getting used to. I apologise for the light in here as well. The light's still not great. I'm not opening the door because it's absolutely bloody freezing outside, and they're running about with forklift trucks and everything, so it's really noisy. I've got some lights there to go up there and up there. I just haven't had a chance to do anything with them yet. So right, what I'll do now then, I shall go and have another bloody cup of tea because I'm freezing. I'll find the gear out and we'll get this stripped down. Right. Down in the bottom corners there, I'll see if I can show you actually. Show you that there's two screws that hold them on, and they're right down in the engine bay. Bit of a pain to get to. See if I can show you with my torch. You might be able to see the holes. One hole there, there's another one just up there. Sorry about the shoddy camera work, same on that side. And that gets the I can't remember what you call them, overriders, or the underriders, because they go under the bumper. Yeah, I think the underriders, aren't they? And then you've got two there that you're going to need a spanner for. Hopefully they come off simply enough. Just want to throw a bit of spanners. Should just be a 13mm, half inch depending on how old your Mini is. There's nothing massively overly complicated about any of this really. Check, see whether you probably can't even see what I'm doing there, can you? Just get you down here. Just up behind there. Same on this side. Hopefully, if it's not all rotten and corroded up, it should just come more or less straight off. What I'm going to do for now is just leave that one in so far, because on the end here as well there's some up inside the wing, so I'll get them and my battery's about to go dead. Right, so just before my batch goes dead on there, I'm going to put it on charge. So in the end, in the wing there, behind the bumper, there's got a bolt going through and a rubber bush. That side just seems to be captive. So you have to get up behind the wing, get a spanner on it and usual stuff. Apologise if you can't see nothing. Finish taking this one out then. Right. And then you drop your nut and it bobs off somewhere. It bounced off my knee. But yeah, you get the idea anyway. Put that to one side somewhere safe. Next job, indicators and side lights need to come off. Bits like that, the wheel arch trim. I'm not bothered filming all that, it's all simple stuff. And then you're ready to start finding your spot welds. Right, I'll put the camera on charge. I don't know if I mentioned that, I've got a new GoPro. And I'm still getting to grips with it, so if this video is a bit sporadic, I do apologise. Unit next door's freshing music out as well, so which is a nice one for entertainment. Nice one. Right, I'll get all that off. We'll get ready. I'll come back to you. Right, guys. So this is where we're at now. The headlight and everything, the side light, the indicator. That's all. I've taken all that off. There's 4 on the back of the side light. There's 4 10mm nuts that hold that in place. That comes out. There's rivets holding the bowl on for the headlight. So I've just took the heads off of them. I've realised I've left my drill at home. So I just took the heads off with the grinder carefully, not to damage anything. And the wiring comes back into there. So I've just unplugged everything. Take note of what wire goes to what. They should be colour coded if it's original factory, but if it's been messed around with, it might not be. So you might be worth taking a photo just for reference later on. And what I found is there's quite a bit of filler in this wing. It is the original wing, but there's quite a bit of filler in there. So it's had some work, and there's quite a bit of filler in there. I've noticed there's a plate welded underneath there, and then they've filled over the top and round there. So I've got to be careful now taking it back. I don't want to take it back too far, so I'm going to go a piece at a time. So what I'm going to do is cut straight down there with the grinder, not actually on the joint, just at the side of it, slightly down there with the cutting disc on the grinder, and then with the flat wheel I'm just going to take that edge off all the way around, and that should separate the wing. Then cut down this seat, because it's spot welded on that surface there, so I've got to cut it down there. Be easy to get to the spot welds then, just carefully all the way along. Take this this joint off there, the cap that goes over the joint, carefully, try not to damage it because it might be savable. And then I'm going to cut down there, and rather than drill the welds out, I'm just going to slightly grind the welds off the top. Hopefully then that should leave a perfect surface underneath on the A panel side of it. Same with them spot welds there. Normally I drill them out, but I've left my drill at home, so. And I've also realised I'm short on cutting discs, so I need to go and pick some of them up in the morning. So yeah, I'll get on with that. Now, like I said before, I'm not the best cameraman in the world. If you're new to the channel, I do apologise. Oh, let's lower you down a bit so you might be able to see what I'm doing. I'll get on the lights next week as well, so I've got better light. Safety goggles. I've had plenty of bollockings off people about not wearing safety glasses when I'm doing my videos, so this is for you guys. Should also wear gloves, but I'm not sure where my other one's gone. Prepared as always. So another thanks to Tim, the crazy American, for the screwdrivers. They come in handy. You can't underestimate having good screwdrivers. They make life so much easier. Took the wheel arch spat off, so that's out of the way. Yeah, now I need to find my other glove, which I have put down somewhere. That's not that flying. Well, where the bloody hell's that gone? Found the glove eventually. Yeah, just do it a bit at a time, just take a bit back. Because that's welded, there's a return flange underneath and it's welded on the inside. It's easier to cut that off there and then get to it. All I'm using for grinding is flat disc, because they're not as abrasive as a solid disc. So you can control how deep you go into it a lot easier. Just an ordinary 1mm cutting disc in there. And I just want to go straight down that side. Right, now on with the flat disc. Oh, somebody's feeling horny. See where it's had a repair in there as well. This is why I don't like just patching things. If there's any rust in there, it'll come back. It's a waste. It's a false economy, basically. And so what I'm going to have to do is slowly grind all this back, peel back what's left of the wing and the patch that's in there, get it all back to good metal, and then I can repair it. So I can cut that out. I can repair that section there rather than replace the whole wing. I can repair it properly and repair this up here if need be. If we have to replace the panel and the headlight sort of mount area, then we have to. But if I can avoid it for now, then I will. A bit more what's taken out of there. from it again. So that's completely disconnected there now. So I apologise if you're getting a total eclipse of my arse crack while I'm working. If you stick with the channel, you'll get a lot more of it, unfortunately. So now we need to get this off. Take the goggles off. And what I want to use just try it with a big screwdriver and see what happens. There's little clips behind it that hold it on. They're usually rusty. See these little clips there? I don't know if you can see them or not. See, this is now suggesting to me with the, I think it's had an A panel at some point in its life. Put that on one side. It's because it's had an A panel, you can see where it's spot welded there. I might just get away with just taking them spot welds off. Depends if it's welded up behind or not. Sometimes people put a few spots behind there as well. But just sit this now. Turn that light off. Goggles on. Let's just see if this will. I don't know if you can see there. Let me take you off. I don't know if you can see, but it's had an A panel, and they've cut the A panel off straight down there, left the flange on, and then just welded to it. So there's actually 3 pieces of steel there. So you've got the wing, the original A panel, and then the new A panel. Bit of a botched job, but guaranteed to rot through, because obviously they've changed the A panel because it's rotten. So there's a bit of a weld on the top there that'll want coming off. And now we just need to get down this seam here. So I'll stop recording there, I'll get set up and I'll come down so I can cut straight down there, all the way down. Right, let's see how this goes. Right, I'm not going to get in there. I think I'm going to have no choice but to take the just take that off down there. Getting in there is the problem. Just broke that weld that was on the A panel there. I want to decide whether they've welded that on or not. So I'm going to cut the wing straight across there. I don't know if you can see, but that's it. Right, so take the goggles off so I can see what I'm doing. This is the problem with all the cars, look. They're not like buggery because they get so much mud built up behind them. That panel's perfectly saleable. Need to get this off around there. I'm not sure it is just spot welded on, isn't it? It's looking more and more like it's had a replacement wing at some point. They've done such a good job, you can't tell. Shame about this. But what I'm thinking is they've had to have had the wing off to repair that. I say repair loosely. Right, so spot welds down here now. I'll get down there with the wire wheel so I can see where the spot welds are and know where to grind them. So I'm not grinding all the way down. All I want to do is go in with the flat wheel where the spot welds actually are. So, as you can see the little dark spots, mark them up with a pen. There's always a couple you can't see, I think, so I'm going to take an educated guess on where some of these are. There, I think. There. I can't see any down there. I think there's one there. There's 1, 2, 3 there. A couple there. You can see it's had a repair on this lowering a wheel arch before. The welding don't look tidiest in the world, but I'll clean that up. Check it out. If it's got to be redone, it's got to be redone. Clean that off of there, clean all this up and see what it's like. I'm hoping I don't have to do the scuttle panel, but again, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. It's always the case with these minis, it's always worse than it originally seems. I think there's a couple of little welds down there, but we'll get to it. I assume there's going to be a weld around there somewhere, or there could be two, but we'll see how that goes when we get to it. So what I'm going to do now is get the flat disc on the grinder and just on the spots, and hopefully it'll come off easy enough with no hassle. Looks like there's a bit of weld in there as well that'll want fettling around with. Right, so this is where we're at now. The wing's off. What you'll end up with is a load of bits like that originally went along there. Clean that edge up a bit. Still wants quite a bit of cleaning. I'm going to clean all this back, but there's no point filming it all. I'm going to have to take the bonnet off just to get in there to clean that shite back, clean all this up. But I'm not sure if I'm happy with how it's all this. I suppose in some ways it's come off better than what it could have done. I've done this before on minis, when you get to a point, you go to take the wing off, then you realise all this is rotten. The front panel's rotten, the inner arch all up there's rotten around the vent and everything. The scuttle panel needs replacing, the A panel, and then you just end up opening a can of worms. So yeah, I've got off quite lightly really. I think what I'll do is clean this up. You'll see in the later video where I get to with that, because I'm not going to bother filming it. I'm going to order the parts that I need, get them in, and then the next video will be on putting the new wing back on again, all being well. Right, let's click you back on there. I'm just about to run out of recording time and battery on this. These GoPros, they're all right, but they're destroying batteries. You end up spending more time charging than you do filming. So, as always guys, thanks for watching. There will be an update soon on the Rover P4 project, on where that's got to. As soon as things come back from paint, I'll be cracking on with the Series 2A. The MG Midget, I brought that on a whim. That's a later video. The engine's pretty solid, so that's going to need a rebuild. The shell's reasonably good, and I've got another good shell with it as well, so, and a parts car. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment away. Any questions, give us a shout. Any suggestions, give us a shout. We're always welcome. And if you'd like some work doing on your car, classic car, whether it be a Mini, Land Rover, anything, absolutely anything, give us a shout. My details are usually on the beginning and the end of the videos. You can message me through here. I'm on Instagram, CSM Retro Restorations. You can message me through there or on WhatsApp or whatever. All the usual socials, so to speak. Yeah. Right, take care of each other guys. Thanks for watching, bye bye.